Do you ever feel you are reading passages but you're not understanding the message behind them? Have you ever struggled to summarize what you have read in a concise and impactful way? Fear not, my friend, because in this video we will explore the magical world of reading, context, and summary. This course is divided into 3 lessons. In the first lesson, we learn to read the passage titled "The British Ceilidh Beat" fluently and accurately. Next, in the second lesson, we dive into the heart of understanding the contextual meaning of a passage, say goodbye to confusion and uncertainty as we equip you with the skills to navigate the web of context, enabling you to grasp the deeper layers of any text. In our third and final lesson, we tackle the essential skill of basic English writing, summary writing. We will learn how to distill the essence of a passage into a concise and impactful summary. Master these skills will transform you into a wordsmith capable of capturing the essence of any text with precision and elegance. With these 3 lessons, you will become a well-rounded reading comprehension wizard ready to conquer even the most challenging passages. So join us on this exciting journey of exploration and growth. Remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's dive into our first lesson, reading comprehension passage, the British Ceilidh Beat. Let the learning begin.
The British Ceilidh Beat. Hello, I'm Nigel Williams. I work as a lorry driver in the United Kingdom. This is a photograph of myself and my wife, Deborah. We're posing with our friends at a Ceilidh, a traditional Scottish dance event. Dancing is one of our favorite pastimes, and we often attend these gatherings to let our hair down and have some fun.
Pause the video and read the passage.
Ceilidhs involve traditional dances with groups of people forming circles or sets of 4 couples. The couples in our set are named John and Mary, Alan and Fiona, and David and Karen. Deborah's dress is a beautiful tartan frock, which is customary attire for these occasions. We are standing at the front of the set, on the right-hand side. The music is quite lively at the moment, and we're having a great time twirling and swirling around the dance floor.
Pause the video and read the passage. Welcome back. In this section, we're going to explore the fascinating context behind the delightful passage, the British Ceilidh Beat. Now, hello, I'm Nigel Williams. It means that the person speaking introduces himself. That means the person says his name, which is Nigel Williams. And I work as a lorry driver in the United Kingdom. It means that the speaker's job is to drive a lorry in the United Kingdom. You understand? So he's a driver. And then this is a photograph of my friend, of myself and my wife Deborah. So it means that the speaker is showing a picture of himself and his wife, and then we are posing with our friends at a Ceilidh, a traditional Scottish dance event. So the speaker and their friend, and his friend, you understand, are standing with their friends at a traditional Scottish dance event called the Ceilidh. And then dancing is one of our very favorite pastimes, and we often attend these gatherings to let our hair down and have some fun. So the speaker and their friend and their wife enjoy dancing, and they go to this event to relax and have a good time. You understand? To let our hair down and have some fun, they are idioms. So in the vocabulary section we explore it in detail, so don't worry about that. Just know the overall context of each chunk of the passage here. And then Ceilidhs involve traditional dances with groups of people forming circles or sects of 4 couples. Events, which people dance traditional dances in groups. You understand? The 4 groups. So the couples in our set are named John and Mary, Alan and Fiona, and David and Karen. So the speaker and his wives are dancing with the son that they are posing together in front of the picture. You understand? And the name of the couples are John and Mary, Alan. They are even 3. Sorry, John and Mary, Alan and Fiona, and David and Karen. So that is 3 couples. This dress is beautiful tartan frock, which is customary attire for this occasion. That means the speaker's wife, which is the Nigel Deborah, is wearing a traditional Scottish dress called tartan frog, you understand, which is appropriate for Ceilidh event, you understand, Ceilidh dance. And then we are standing at the front of the set on the right hand side. That means the speaker and his wife are positioned at the front of the group of dancers, you understand, on the right hand side. I think, okay, now the music is quite lively at the moment, and we are having a great time twirling and swirling around the dance floor. That means this music being played at the Ceilidh Ceilidh event is an upbeat and energetic. It's upbeat and energetic, and the speaker and their wife are enjoying themselves by spinning and moving around the dance floor. That means twirling and swirling around the dance floor means by they are spinning and they are moving around the dance floor. And the vocabulary section, as I said earlier on, we dive deep into each kind of words and their meaning, and how you can form them with sentence, and how you can and even I may even give you the tips to use dictionary to find the meaning of idioms and others. As we move on with the course, I will give you some other tips on how you can unlock the hidden meaning of what you read. But right now we are talking about the 7 dynamic tips that will help you unlock the hidden meaning of what you read. So the first tip is eliminate distraction. So find a quiet place when you are reading and make sure to focus solely on reading without interruption. And when you are reading, you have to first, the tips is just to skip the passage or the story you are reading first, and then the second time you are reading it, just pay attention and note every little thing in the passage or the story you are reading. So the third tip is to picture it in real life. That means just visualize the events in the story or the passage you are reading as if it's happened in real life. So that will help you to understand, and it even enhance your understanding and engagement with the story. And the fourth one is to check the meaning of words. Now, in the passage we read earlier on, there are some words that you might not have heard before, or you didn't know the meaning or to clarify their definitions. Don't worry, in the vocabulary section I will talk a lot about that, and we actually distill it. But you can go to yourself, and whatever you are reading I do not understand a word, just try to check your dictionary or try to search it online, rather by googling or do any other stuff. Just make sure that you understand the meaning of the word. And the fifth one is to take breaks and reflect. That means pause periodically when you are reading, and make sure you just jot down your thoughts. When you let's assume that you are reading a passage and you encounter something you are reading something and something just jump to your mind, just make sure you take your pen and jot it down, so that will help you even understand it better, because this help you process the materials and make connection with what the author of the story or the passage is trying to pass to you. And the sixth one is to identify the main idea. So determine the central theme or argument of the text or the passage or anything you are reading, and make sure you notice recurring concepts, key concepts, or even argument that the author is trying to convey. And the seventh one, which is the last one, is to ask questions. So when you are reading, and I said earlier on that you are supposed to be jotting point down, and when you are reading something, at that point we create some questions whereby you'll be able to ask either the writer of the passage or the story, or you can even ask yourself and try to find answer to it, which will even help you assimilate and understand the hidden meaning of the passage or the story you are reading. Now this is just 7 tips. I just give 7 tips here, but as we move on with the basic English writing course, we talk more about other tips, and I actually give the 7 tips here because it's enough for now. Just try to use this one, use these 7 tips, and try to read some context in some passage or some text, and make sure you use all those tips or try to understand it. Don't worry if you are still reading, I not even understand a little bit about what you are reading. No, this is just a starting point, and as we move on you develop a skill. Because now, welcome to the English summary part, where we summarize the British Ceilidh Beat. So here in this series, in this lesson here, we'll give you 7 step-by-step basic English writing summary guidelines and the theory tips. Let's get started. Now, the 7-step British English writing guidelines, the first thing is that for you to be able to summarize and write a correct summary, the correct summary of a passage or a paragraph, whatever you are reading, you want to summarize it, and maybe in an exam or anything, the first thing you have to do is read and understand the passage the paragraph, and that's what we talk about in the second lesson of the course. If you don't understand it better, go back to that section, to that lesson, and make sure you understand it, and let's move on. The second thing is that after you read and understand the passage, you identify main ideas. That means you can use your pen, you can use your pencil or an highlighter. Whether if you are doing an exam, just use your pencil to underline main ideas, or just make sure you underline the identify the main ideas of the passage or the story you are reading. And the third thing is to identify supporting details. All these things, I will take the passage, I will actually take the passage we read earlier on and actually use these steps to summarize it. Don't worry about not to understand the details of this right now. So the next thing, the fourth one, is to eliminate irrelevant information. The fourth one is to condense and paraphrase. The sixth, check for coherence and clarity. And the seventh step is to revise, which is quite very important whenever you are learning to write. You have to revise every time, and you have to edit, because no one writes better good in the first first draft is always bad. That's it. Every writer say that. So that's that. Let's move on. So the first step, which I said, is about reading and understand the passage. Now you should read the passage aloud or silently to ensure you ensure comprehension of the content, so that you make sure you understand the content. And go back to section 1 as I said earlier, and section 2 as I said earlier on, if you are not clear about this one, because I think I explained it a little bit more better in that section. So without this, writing summary will be difficult, because if you don't understand what you are summarizing, it will be highly difficult for you to summarize. Now the second step, which is identify the main idea of the story, that means you have to identify the main idea of the passage, of the paragraph. Just try to skim or try to study the passage paragraph by paragraph. I will explain this to you, don't worry. And then in the case, the main idea of the British Ceilidh Beat could be, that means Nigel and Deborah enjoy attending Ceilidh's traditional Scottish dance event where they have fun with their friends. You understand? That is just the main idea of the passage we read earlier on. You understand? So the third step, which is identifying supporting details, is that recognize the supporting details mentioned in the paragraph, such as Nigel in the passage, based on the passage we read earlier on. Nigel occupations as a lorry driver, and then the photograph of Nigel and Deborah, that means the Nigel and his wife, and then their enjoyment of the dancing. You understand? And the fourth one is eliminate irrelevant information, because if you are writing you are trying to summarize something. I mean, so repeating informations or trying to pull out something that's not needed in the passage in your summary will actually clumsy it and won't actually bring out the benefit or the main point of writing the summary in the first place. So you identify irrelevant or repetitive details, and then, for example, details about the specific couple in their dance sets may not be necessary for a concise summary. That means I'm referring to the passage we read earlier on. So that's, and the fifth step is to condense and paraphrase. Now condense and paraphrase, that means the paraphrasing just means that you have to use your own word to explain exactly what you just done. You understand? And a possibly summary could be Nigel Williams is a lorry driver from UK, enjoys attending Ceilidh with his wife Deborah. They are pictured at a traditional Scottish dance event where they have fun dancing with their friends. I did not mention the name of the friends or whatever they, all those things are irrelevant. And if you think about the paragraph that the summary that I write here now is actually in my own word, different from the word for the wordings in the passage that we read earlier on. So the sixth step is to check for coherence and clarity. Now the meaning of coherence, you understand, is just to find just a common ground. So review the summary for coherence and summary, and then ensure that the summary is effective, communicate the main point, and flows logically. You understand? So the second step, which is revise and edit, and is just to revise, study, make sure you revise the grammar, punctuation, and spelling and others, and then make sure that you check every necessary corrections and make improvements to clarify the accuracy of the summary. Now just make sure you comment your summary in the below section of the video, and then use tools like Grammarly to check for grammar errors, vocabulary errors, and others. You can change some setting there to British or American English to make sure you are writing consistent with the language you choose, kind of dialect you choose, you understand. And then join happy class community. Link will be in the below description if it's ready yet, and if it's not ready, just worry, I will actually make sure that I actually put in the description video. So that's it about that. So summary for the British Ceilidh debate is, after following the 7 steps. So this is it. Now I won't read it, I will make sure you read it and try to do the same thing for yourself. Try to study this one and use it to write your own summary. I will, since we are building our writing skills, it's important to practice, because practice makes perfect. Remember what I said in the first section of the video. And then one more thing, the main passage has over just about 120 words, and the summary that you are seeing right here is just 49 words. Now here I want to give you 3 tips for basic writing summaries, which actually will help you even more in addition to the 7 tips that I said earlier on. The first thing is practice with different paragraphs. In fact, you might not be able to comment the different paragraph right in under this video, but make sure to join the community, join the happy class community. I have a Telegram, WhatsApp, and Facebook group if it's ready yet, and make sure you comment anything. We have colleagues, you probably have built a community around this, and we have people who actually comment on this, and you actually make changes as necessary as possible. And the second is that you get feedback from and guidelines from people around you, you understand. And then the third thing is to be encourage yourself for independent practice. So that's that about. So let's take it one after the other and explain even more in detail. So practice with different paragraphs. This means just to have an additional paragraphs to summarize and gradually increase the complexity. And then throughout the course, every part 1 of the series will always be about all this what I talk about in this part 1 of the series. That means about reading the passage, understanding the meaning, and finding the contextual meaning of the passage or paragraph we read. And then the second thing is get feedback and guidelines, and then constructive feedback on the learners' summaries. That means you have to get feedback from people around you that will address your questions on any challenges you may facing. I suggest you have a professional writer you can frequent, maybe your friend, your colleagues, or your teacher, or anyone, in addition to the course you are taking right here. And then use tools like Grammarly, and make sure you join the happy class community for better understanding and to actually get feedback and guidance on whatever you are doing wrong. I'm also not a perfect writer, and you understand, I see you choose and I still make mistake in writing. Everyone is born to make a mistake. So but the best way is to get feedback and guidance and improve yourself as you move on. So the third thing you are going to do is to encourage independent writing. So practice with the assignments, with accessing paragraphs. The paragraph we read earlier on, summarize on your own, and make sure you comment it in the below section, and monitor your progress. Get ongoing support from your colleagues, from someone that have skills better than you. And remember that every skills takes time to build. Don't beat yourself up if you do not actually understand the details of this. You can watch the video and make sure you understand the details, and subscribe and hit the notification bell to get access or to get notification for the next video when I actually post it. Watch the next video if it's ready. If it's not ready yet, you can take a pause and actually have a rest, since this is a long course. And I appreciate you for watching this video. Until next time, like the video, share the video, comment, and make sure you keep writing, keep practicing. Before you know it, you become a great writer and you achieve your goal of writing.